Welcome. You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, the only YouTube channel to proudly bring America's Test Kitchen home on a budget. With peak holiday entertaining season right around the corner, that also means peak holiday roasting season. And if you're in need of a hardcover, hardcore roasting primer that will prime you for all the holidays to come over the next 2 months, then this is about as prime time as it gets. This is How to Roast Everything, a game-changing guide to building flavor in meat, vegetables, and more, as in fish, seafood, and fruits more. This was picked up for $5.99. Now, you might disagree with me, but I find it kinda hard to roast America's Test Kitchen because they've been one of my strongest ride or die since childhood. One of my all-time favorite shows to watch. Not just in lifestyle, not just in DIY, not just in cooking, but one of my all-time faves, period. However, you might have some valid reasons as to roast America's Test Kitchen. Like, for example, how you think they're so high and mighty about their cooking methods and recipes being best and everybody else is being wrong. Another reason to roast ATK? Well, they might not be as in tune to culinary trends as you are. That's another reason. For me, I have to concede that the most roast-worthy member of ATK, who's no longer at ATK, Christopher Kimball. He's incredibly roast-worthy because he's such a curmudgeon. And an adorable curmudgeon at that. But you know what? If you're willing to roast ATK, I'm sure they'd be more than forgiving because they give you a complete guide to unlocking flavor in every roastable cut of meat and beyond there is. This will retail for $35 in the US and $40 in Canada. In the beginning, they outline what cuts of meat to be on the lookout for at the market and at the butcher, and how to prep certain cuts of meat for roasting, indoors and outdoors. That also includes seafood. Everything is outlined in photographs and in black and white illustrations at the beginning of this book. They also outline the essential equipment you'll need for roasting, and some glass-minute condiments that you can whip up if you don't want to tackle any of the hands-on recipes that follow in here. Like, for example, the 10 essential roasts. They're all outlined here at the beginning, and we're going to highlight all of them. So let's start with some roasted bone-in chicken breast, which serves 4, with 2 quick pan sauces to whip up: jalapeno and cilantro, and tahini and honey. Skillet roasted butterfly chicken, a weeknight roast chicken, one of the finest weeknight roast chicken recipes that ATK's ever whipped up, because really, it's the master recipe from which you can adapt to your own taste. They give you a good starting point here, 2 of them, but hey, the sky's the limit with adaptations. Easy roast turkey breast, classic roast beef with gravy, slow roasted beef, pan-seared lemon roasted pork tenderloin, maple glazed pork roast, slow roasted bone-in pork rib roast, roasted salmon fillets with tangerine and ginger relish, or as you might call them, tangelinos, which are actually a kind of food in their own right. But I heard of Tangelos first from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, as simple as I am and was during my childhood. From those master recipes, and hey, peak holiday season is right around the corner, so you gotta learn the basics first in order to tackle the main recipes, the main center-stage courses that lie ahead. With this, the book gives you the confidence to tackle those recipes, such as, let's highlight some at random, roast chicken and stuffing, bottom round roast beef with zip-style sauce, 1 pan roast pork tenderloin with green beans and potatoes, seafood such as roast cod with artichokes, olives, and sun-dried tomatoes, roast side of salmon with orange beurre blanc, that's a butter sauce, grilled smoked chicken, grilled smoked Texas chuck roast, grilled roasted ham, whole sea fats, even fruits. Which means, yes, roasted desserts. Sorry for the television outburst, folks. Every recipe gives you a writer's recipe box section at the beginning. At the end, you get the standard conversions of equivalents. You'll find a sparse amount of ingredient suggestions here in terms of condiments, and for wrapping certain cuts of meat in other cuts of flavorful meat, like a bacon-wrapped pork loin that you'll see in here. Roastin away a big flavor. Roastin makes everything taste better. It may seem daunting when it's focused on temperature and timing, but it really is a simple art when you know what you're doing. In its definitive efforts, the experts at ATK show how to master the basics of roasting and take the guesswork out of the process. How to roast everything is filled with fresh and inventive recipes that guarantee flavorful and foolproof roasted poultry, meat, seafood, veggies, and fruit every time, indoors, outdoors. It's a 4-season cookbook, and really, I've outlined the basics as to why you should own this and why this is so unroastable, in the sense that, well, you really can't mock it. And so I give it 5 claps. This has everything you need to become the Roastmaster General of the holiday season ahead. And for what it's worth, it is no joke. Thanks so much for watching, folks. I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side!